what's going on, everybody? Matty Ice here with Profit Props. This is the sharp side. As always, we will recap yesterday first. Good, bad, or ugly. Yesterday was ugly. We've had a really good month. I think we're still up a little over 30 units after yesterday, but let's recap yesterday. Under in the Minnesota OKC game missed, and my apologies for that because I actually middled that one. But I don't think that ever got out. So I feel really bad about that. And I didn't middle. It was really a hedge. I tried to hit over 226.5 live, hoping it would fall in the middle. And I think it was a 258-point game. So really bad read on my part. Porzingis threes. I don't know how we don't get that one. 2 for 10 from three. I live with that read every single time. 2 for 10 for three. Plus 140, I live with that every time. Clay 4+ threes, the volume was there for him as well. I'm not upset with that lead. They ended up getting blown out, so he lost some fourth quarter minutes. Tobias Harris, he had 12, sucked in the first half, tried to get it done in the second. Blowout there as well. KD, Bradley Beal took more shots than Kevin Durant. Zion Williamson, awful. 8 points in the first half, ends with 22. If he does anything in the first half, we straight. And then Malik Beasley, God bless the man, saved our day with some kind of W. Really rough day yesterday, but like I said, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, I'm going to recap. I cannot win every day. God, I wish I could, but I think we are up. I'll give you we are 52 units on the season. So let's shake back today. I got a special guest on. Ty from Straight Betting is here. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. I know you've already done a show today. You can talk a little bit about straight betting, and then we'll get right into it.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on. Straight betting. I mean, if you rock with this show, you're probably gonna rock with straight betting, and I don't really got much else to say. I think me and Profit think very similarly. We both feel as if we have a pretty good edge on NBA stuff and have a lot of good information to share. So yeah, if you like the sharp side, you're gonna like straight betting as well. And we're live, twice a day, Monday through Thursday, and then live every day on the weekend as well. So try to stay consistent with it and deliver you guys solid content.
And I was on your show there last week. I agree. I think we see the board very similarly. So this should be a good show for the people. Let's get it right into today's episode. I've had a bunch of DMs about different requests. So I do appreciate y'all that have been tapping in daily. Real quick, 2 things to plug here. First, if you use code SHARP25, you're going to get 25% off your first month using props.cash. I'm on here showing you guys how to use these tools better. It's not just about last 5 and last 10 charts. There's things you can do with player injuries, how many minutes they're going to play, things of that nature. Also, give this video a like and a retweet. We've been getting a lot more engagement. We come up here. I come up here. I do this for free. All of the guests. I'm not paying any of the guests. They're come up here and doing this for free as well. So drop a like, a follow on the video. Make sure you're giving the guests a follow. Help us all build our brands. All right, let's get into it. First game. Did you have anything in this Clippers-Detroit game?
I did not. But does Jalen Duren have an assist line yet?
I'm not seeing one. Do you see one?
I see it says 2.5 at the top.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like what they project it to be. Actually, I am seeing 3.5 plus money, plus 110, plus 118. Plus 118 is the best. Everyone's 3 plus money. What are you thinking?
I mean, if you just look at his chart, sometimes charts can be deceiving. I can tell you from the eye test, this is not at all. He is genuinely turning into a pretty solid facilitator out of the short roll. He gets used as a hub a ton. And with hub usage, right, you want, it's dribble handoff stuff. So you want the center who's guarding Duren to be a natural drop coverage center, right? So say, for example, Malik Beasley, Cade Cunningham, Tim Hardaway, whoever he flows into the dribble handoff action with, you want the center to be in drop so they can instantly shoot a pull-up, correct? Yep. So Zubac sits in a drop. Clippers will allow a fair bit of pull-ups out of that. And like I said, he played 23 minutes last game. The potential assists are fluky because a lot of his assists are dribble handoffs, so I like to ignore that stuff. 3.5 at plus money is a great bet, in my opinion. It's been at 2.5, and 2.5 just felt like a donation from the books. And 3.5 is definitely not free, as people say, but I still think it's an amazing bet. And like I said, these past games are not a fluke. I've bet on his assists pretty much every game and watched him. And it's not like he's getting insanely lucky or anything. He's genuinely being used a ton as a hub and is actually like a pretty like talented passer. So I think 3.5 plus 130 at Bovada, plus 129 at Pinnacle, which probably not available for a lot, but even just plus money in general, I think is a great price for this one.
How do you feel? I know you run a free Discord. The paywall on my Discord is small as shit. It's literally just there for now. So, do you get a lot of spam in there? Like people just popping in trying to sell bullshit?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest reason I went behind the paywall. That basically stops. I still get it like once a month, and I'm like, are y'all really just paying to come in here and spam?
Yeah.
But how do you feel about releasing offshore lines?
Offshore lines, I think that Prop Builder, Bet Online, it's probably the sharpest line for props. It's the very little liquidity issues. There's a ton of different offshores that option it. I don't think that tracking it. I personally don't track at that line because the line moves so fast, and that's why it's so sharp. That's why they allow such high limits. But I always make sure to mention it when I drop the line. And if there's a line that's available at Caesars, Bet Online, Bet365, MGM, ESPN, like how sometimes FanDuel doesn't have like those PRA lines. As long as the offshore line has it, I'm personally cool sharing it and tracking it because of liquidity things where a lot of people. So I'm actually an offshore bettor, right? I'm an offshore bettor, and I've been an offshore bettor, and I built my following with that. So a lot of my following, my OG people, are actually followed me because I was giving out offshore lines, right? So I always kind of want to maintain that. And I probably will maintain that my whole betting career, right? So by sharing the offshore lines and stuff. But tracking at best price, I personally don't do that just because the lines move ridiculously fast.
I've kind of felt bad tracking. Like, see, here's the thing: they're basically available in every state. Just people are afraid to like use Bitcoin to deposit. I'm all over offshores as well. I only use Bitcoin to deposit. I think it's easy as hell. But sometimes I feel bad because people are like, oh, I don't know how to load. It's like, it's a 2-minute Google, buddy. Like, you know what I mean? So if you're not on offshores, Bet Online, Bookmaker, there's a lot of reputable books.
I will say you should be having, if you're a serious bettor, you should be having as many accounts as possible, every place where you can get down. I totally get the fear of offshores and like just like the stigma behind them. But these Bet Online, Bovada, they've been in business for a ton of years, and sportsbetting.ag is a new one that I'm using too. I feel like if you're a serious bettor, you got to get over that Bitcoin deposit fear and make those accounts because you're missing out on easy access to getting down if you don't have those, in my opinion.
I 1,000% agree. Are you running this 3.5? Because I'm thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it too. Look, I was hoping for a juice 2.5. Like a minus one, like 62.5, because I just feel like that's like free money. Obviously nothing is free money, but
right.
Yeah, I probably will. It's not super widely available. Like I wish it was at DraftKings and FanDuel and stuff, and I'm sure it will be later in the day. But yeah, and also one thing I've noticed with these Duran assist lines, it's not a bad thing to wait to bet them because especially at 3.5, I don't think a lot of money will come in on them. People will be mentally blocked by the overall hit rate and stuff. And also these sharp groups that are pure projection based and don't really watch the games, they're going to release Duran under, I bet, because that's what happened last game with the 2.5 because the juice dropped like 25 cents and I ended up playing it. So I don't think this is one where you have to play it right now, personally. But I probably will end up playing it, yes.
Yeah, even if you go parlay piece at 3+ when more lines are available. I like that as well. Let me go through mine. Let me see if I had anything in this game. No, just Duran's assist because you added it. Nothing for me in this game. Let me see. Malik Beasley has made me more money. I need to go through and see, but I don't know that I've missed a Malik Beasley. Like maybe a ladder, like maybe I got 4 or 5 and not 6, but I don't think I've missed a Malik Beasley straight line this season. I swear to you.
Yeah, I don't think he has a line out right now on any book.
No. That'll be something that I'm looking into. I also want to look into Norman Powell. How do they play pick and roll defense?
I will say with the Clippers, the props, I just didn't take any time looking into them because Powell and Leonard, Kawhi's, it seems like it's not the knee. He didn't rest yesterday because of the knee. It was like a legit different injury. So, and I know Powell's missed the last couple of games. So I think that there's a lot of uncertainty with the Clipper stuff right now.
I agree. The line tells me the market expects them both to play, though.
Yep, I agree.
With the Clippers being favorites. Now, I would be afraid to overinvest in this game for that exact reason. I will say, what did Zubox do yesterday? Because on my stream, I was all over his PRs, and that was one where I'm like, we'll wait and see. And then when both guys were announced out, he fucking soared.
Yeah. I know Ben Simmons is out, so Zubac is his minutes are insanely safe. Well, Ty Lue does still do weird gimmicky shit every once in a while, so I guess but without Ben, that should raise his minute floor a fair bit.
I still do lean over Zubac points in this game.
Yep, and if you do get a Kawhi or Norman out, right, you're probably going to get pretty good CLV on that.
Yep, agreed.
Duran not the best defender either.
I was kind of hoping for a juicy 8.5 here. Let me go see. These teams played this year, right? No, they did not.
Yeah, no, they have not.
1 second. Let me go to my model and see where I end up on Cade Cunningham assists. 8.77. Nothing there because I really don't want to play the under here. I think there's some kick out potential in this one.
Yeah, Clippers have been allowing a ton of catch and shoot stuff recently. I don't exactly know what's causing that, but very high catch and shoot frequency allowed recently. So
yep, I love Malik in this spot. I'm going to play Malik whenever it opens up. I don't. My model leans under for Cade's assist, but like the eyeball test, watching the games, I don't really like that. Kind of like I kind of agree with what you said. Not much to talk about in this game. I'm waiting on Malik, and you don't know with Kawhi or Norman Powell. I'm good to move to the next game. What about you?
Yep, for sure. I do want to say, like you mentioned Zubac. I think Zubac's points actually do make a fair bit of sense. Just like you're gonna get, if one of those guys misses, I feel like you get CLV, and just the no Ben thing, I think really is gonna give him a good minute floor as long as Clippers don't get blown out in Detroit, which I guess has kind of been hooping recently, but Clippers are favored.
We have a 14.5 still available in the market. Do I hit this?
Bet Rivers,
yes.
Yeah, I should. I would 14.5. I think is an amazing price. I know Bet Rivers is like probably the worst book out there.
One of the slowest.
Yeah,
you got to put money into priming that account, buddy, because you can't lose it. I mean, it's worth its weight in gold. That was my problem when I first started betting for a living. I was strictly a steam chaser. I didn't originate anything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know you could get limited for real. This was like 2020, like right after it was legalized anywhere near me. And so I'll be using P2s the rest of my life. But at least now I'm pretty good at not getting limited.
Yeah, no, that's smart. The account priming on a fresh account definitely, I've heard, can go a long way.
It absolutely can. I am running this at Bet Rivers right now.
Yeah, 14.5. I mean, it's plus EV, like no matter what, right?
Yep. All right, I got that out. Let me get that on the banner and then probably move on. You said you didn't have anything in this game, right?
Yeah, no, just the Duran assist. I probably will end up running, but like I said, I'm cool waiting for more books to maybe open up.
I agree with that completely.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to Denver, Indiana. Denver back-to-back, right? No, that was 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. Indy's on the back-to-back, though. Did you have anything to go over first while I look through my notes? Anything in this game catch your eye?
Yes, I have an official play. This one did move 25 cents at the book I played it at. There's still minus 115 at DraftKings, which is the exact same price I played it at. Rest of market's kind of getting juicy with like minus 127 Bet Rivers, minus 130 MGM. But I ran Andrew Nemhard over 4.5 assists. And this one could have depending on injury news, I like the play regardless. I think it's like a slightly greater than 50-50 regardless. But TJ McConnell, he twisted his ankle or rolled his ankle or something at the end of the game. It kind of seemed pretty significant. He's questionable. If he doesn't play, Andrew Nemhard will run the second unit, something he usually never does. It's usually TJ McConnell. And if you're running like a unit as a point guard for the Pacers, I mean, let me quick pull the numbers up in front of me. So he'd probably get like 12 minutes without Hallie and TJ McConnell if TJ doesn't play. Per 36, with both of those guards off, he's at 9.33 assists. And then with them just on the year, he's at like 6.77. So
is there any chance what you're looking at you could see his usage percentage with him off the court or no?
Yes, with TJ McConnell off. So I did with TJ and Hallie off the court because I'm the edge is like the non-Hallie minutes, right?
Right.
So and it's only going to be like 12 minutes, right? Because Hallie's going to play like his 36 minutes or something. But
right.
Yeah, usage percentage with those two guys off the court. I mean, Nemhard has a 24.4% usage rate, which
wow.
Yeah, it's more so that's not really super high, but it's more so just like, you know how point guards with Indy are. It's like they're a system oriented thing. But on top of that, even if McConnell does play, like in games with Siakam, Halliburton, and Turner, he's still over in 15 out of 29 games, and Denver literally allows like the most assists in the league. So, and then I did a filter. If you filter like with Siakam, with Hallie, with Turner against teams bottom 10 in the league in assists allowed, he was over in 7 out of 8 games. So, and TJ McConnell's played every game this year, so. Like I said, I think it's got a pretty good chance of hitting regardless if McConnell doesn't play. And if we get the news that McConnell doesn't play, I mean, I really think this is like don't like to use the word lock because nothing is a lock, but I think it's very, very the probability of it winning is very, very high if McConnell sits.
Yeah, Denver's 30th in assists allowed. My projections are so stupid. 6.27. How many minutes do you think Nemhard's locked in for?
Yeah, so one of the filters I forgot to say I used for it, he's played 27 or more in 23 out of 24 games, last 23 out of 24 games. I think that he's the Jamal Murray guy, right? And Jamal Murray plays 36 to 40 minutes a night mostly. So, I'd like to think he's going to be needed in those Jamal Murray minutes. Not saying he's going to match him, but I do think I would have Nemhard around like 33. And if McConnell sits, maybe like 36. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And that's like assuming game. I think the game's competitive, right? Indy versus Denver. I think the game's competitive. So yeah, I'd say like around 32, 33.
I think I am going to run this at DK right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is plus money too. Definitely, I've got model support. I've got market support.
Got straight betting support.
Right, straight betting support. All right, let me bet this and then get this out real quick. I'm gonna tell you on this.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, no, this was my favorite play when I, even because I wanted to, once I saw McConnell got hurt, I kept it in the back of my head and like I wanted to, look at Nemhard stuff, and we got a line that I think it's not reliant on McConnell missing for it to hit, but
right, but it can be benefited by exactly the same spots I look for. Ben, good looks. This guy runs my Discord. Hopefully one day he'll be like a full-time employee for me.
Yeah.
He hit me up about this morning, the Zubox middle. I'm not interested in that under. Let's just get the best of that over and run it.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you ever middle? I do a lot of middling.
I don't, to be honest. Like you said, you bet for a living. I don't at all. I just am very passionate about it, and I like making extra money here and there. But the thought of like betting like a ton, like I'm kind of a pussy at heart, right? Like I just am super passionate about providing people with a value, hopefully, and winning some decent money at the end. But yeah, like as soon I'm fresh out of college, I don't have a huge bankroll, but once I get older in life, I'll probably venture into it a little bit for sure.
It's funny you say, like, I feel like I'm kind of a pussy too, because sometimes I'll try to middle off of really good positions just because, like, I'll have like 1,000 plus on a line, and it's great to win those, but it hurts to lose, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll middle a lot, especially live. Like, let's say I have under 230, like I did last night in the Timberwolves game. It never really looked good. So when it was climbing back up, like it did drop from like 227 to 224. And kind of like a rule of mine is if I ever see it 13 points different from where I'm at, I play it because that's one standard deviation on an NBA total.
Okay.
And like 50% of games fall within that. So if you got a middle, like you're gonna make good money. But
Yeah.
regardless, I feel the same way about like not wanting to bet big, but at the end of the day, you know, I got bills to pay, so I have to.
Yeah. No, 100%. 100%. What's like the math? So like, for example, like, do you know like the math off the top of your head on like the implied like money you'd make on like for example, the Zubac 2-point middle?
I'd have to look at the odds.
Okay.
It'll all depend on the odds.
Yeah.
If it's 110 each way, you're probably there's a 120 and a 125.
Yeah. So
The implied probability there is about 7%, which is more than you could imagine, right? Like that's
yeah.
if you could lock in 7%ers the rest of your life, you'd be great. So the best case you can do there is win 2 units. The worst case you could lose is a quarter.
Yep. Okay.
At
Cool.
3 points, I'd actually probably smack that. Like there was a middle opportunity last week. Dame at 20, over 20 and under 23. I think it was like ESPN and MGM. And it missed. I think he finished at 17, but my implied edge there was 15%.
Yeah.
No.
No, that's stuff's all like pretty new to me and stuff. You know, I've always just been like a casual bettor who's passionate, but yeah, all that implied like probability, what your percent ROI should be for the bet is all very interesting to me, and I'm a big fan of people who do that stuff and make good money off of it. I think it's super smart, obviously, right?
Action Network has a lot of good free stuff. Like if you're ever like, how do I do this? Like you probably find it out there.
Yeah.
We do have a request on Christian Braun's points and assists. Nugs are fully healthy. Some recency bias. He's under in 4-10 with Gordon, Russ, and Jamal in the lineup. Let's go look at it.
Yeah, for sure.
Actually, hilariously enough, that and Miles Turner are the two things that I had to talk about in this game.
I'll say Miles Turner. We talked about this. I think it's a great look. I don't know why I didn't play it. I think it's an amazing look, though.
What line were you looking at?
22.5 PRA. I don't know if that's still there, but
yeah, I was looking at his RAs over or his 3-pointers over. So we're on the same page there.
Yep.
Under PAs, not PRAs, my fault. Under PAs. Well, first let me go to my model and see if I've got anything from with market, under market, over market. Points and assists. Man, I am right with market. I mean, I'm basically 17.5 on the nose.
Yeah, I definitely get where he's coming from, right? The one problem is that Peyton Watson is still out. So a lot of these games, like he's under if you do like with the top 6 of the rotation all active, right? Like the starting 5 plus Russ, he's under in 19 out of 24 games on the PA. So that looks like insanely enticing right off the rip. I will say Pacers matchup, I know they leak a fair bit of spot up looks. They're pretty bad in transition. Yeah, they're a little below average in transition. They play at a pretty fast pace, obviously. I definitely lean under for sure. I don't, like I said, the minutes he played like 33 minutes and I think 29 minutes the last 2 games. So what minutes do you have him projected for?
That's a great question. Model. 31, which I think is a little high. I looked at 32 and under, and it's not very good. I lean under here as well. It does show me that Jamal Murray is questionable, though, so I'd be fearful of that. Have you heard anything about a questionable Jamal Murray today?
Yeah. I don't know about Jamal Murray. I will say real quick, I want to quick add something. So like a 30, I actually agree with your 31-minute projection. I think that's pretty accurate. I have a filter on 27 to 35 minutes with Jokic, Murray, Gordon, Russ, and MPJ. He's under in 9 out of 10 games, and he's only averaging 14.3 PA. And his only over came against the Bulls, who he shot 4 for 4 for 3 against, and are one of the worst defenses in the league.
No, I agree. I 100% lean under. If I would wait to confirm Jamal Murray's not playing, but outside of that, I do absolutely lean under.
100%. You got to wait for Jamal news. All unders. What I've realized with unders is that you unders win more than you bet overs for pretty much everyone. But if you're going to get screwed over by so many unders by not waiting until tip to bet them with like full lineup confirmation.
We do have RotoWire's got him at probable, so I would at least wait through optional shoot-arounds first, and I haven't seen anything there yet. I do lean under Braun as well, though. I've kind of been talked on the Braun PAs under. Anything you want to talk about the Miles Turner? Because you were leaning over the PRAs. I was leaning over RAs.
Yeah, and actually, I want to say one more thing. For me personally, I'm cool with probable. Like, probable is basically just not on the injury report. That's how I look at it, at least. So, look, if you want to play the Braun, I genuinely, I might look into it a little bit more and actually end up running it. But, yeah, like, probable is, like, totally cool with me for the most part. But, yeah, if you want to wait through shoot around, that's always smart. Yeah, and then Miles Turner, yeah, 100%. So 22.5, there's MGM, Pinnacle 365 that have it. It is pretty juiced. But basically, I've bet a Miles Turner over before against Wemby, right? And he literally followed Wemby's minutes exactly. And I think that happens here with Jokic. So it's a minute-based bet. And when that's the case, I always want to do PRA, even though I don't think it's a great rebounding matchup against Jokic. But for points, I think it's an amazing matchup, right? He's going to play his like a little drop coverage. He's not exactly the quickest on the feet. I think that as a roll man, he's a spot up guy. He's going to get some great looks. I think that Jokic is an awful defender. And yeah, like I said, I don't know what does your model say for his minute projection?
I might just play his points the farther I look into it. Minutes for Miles Turner, exactly 32.
32. Yeah, see, I think that depending on game script, I'd probably, like I said, I really do think this game is competitive. I'd probably have Jokic for 37 minutes. And, I'd probably put Turner at like I said, I think that there's a really good chance that he matches. Obviously, like foul trouble is obviously, in play, blowouts in play. But yeah, like 33, 34 minutes, I think is a very strong projection for him. And if you can get those minutes, look, the line's too low at 22.5, in my opinion.
I agree. I think I'm going to go points, though.
So he's averaging 26 PRA per 33 minutes on the year. It's like 100% a good matchup for points. You could argue that it's not a great matchup for rebounds. But so like I think that this line should maybe be 25.5, 26.5 in my opinion.
What do you think the points line should be, though? 17.5. That's where I put it.
So he's averaging 15.2. Yeah, 17.5.
17.28 is where I'm at, actually.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think 17.5 with juice to the under would be where I put it. Yeah. Or juice to the under, yeah, for sure.
See, my model doesn't really like the rebounds or assists, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
What's the market done on his points?
The best price on market, is that what you said?
No, I was looking at what it's done. It's not really done much. FanDuel opened around 114, so I like this play. I think I'm more on the points. Has 0 days rest been a problem? I really don't buy into that much. What about you?
I don't buy into it at all. Well, maybe for some people.
Agreed. But it's a rare thing. For me, young guys, I will, especially rookies late into the season, guys that have never played 60 games, 70 games. I've noticed that in my betting career. Rookies late in the season, usually good fades.
Let's see. Miles Turner played 31 minutes last night. They won by 18. He was matched up with Zubac. I think stuff like that matters. Like how grueling was the game last night? 31 minutes. Ideally, like you wish it was like a 24-minute game or something, right? But I mean, he's gonna have to hoop tonight. Thomas Bryant's not gonna. They're gonna give up a point they're gonna get scored on every possession that Thomas Bryant's out there guarding Jokic. I'll tell you that. So,
I'm gonna leave this as a lean so we can kind of keep moving, but just so the audience knows, that might end up on my full card. I think I'm leaning points, but something there might end up on my card. Did you have any thoughts on Jokic in this one?
Yeah, I just, I like betting Jokic in spots where he has to try. And I don't think Denver is going to be able to compete here if Jokic is not trying. And, Jokic is like the guy, like, game gets competitive. Now he's putting his foot on the gas and going 100%. So I like the spot for him. That's how you like to cap Jokic stuff. I don't know how Indy's going to defend him. And if I don't know how he's going to defend him, then I usually like to, stay away, I guess. Let's see, head-to-head last year, same coaching staff, right? Denver won both the games. He had 31 and 25. Yeah, I don't know. What about you on Jokic?
I do see some value in the triple double at even money. My projections go 26.36, 13.32, 10.64. So the assist is your concern, right? And I'm a whole point over. I'm at 10.6. So that's like my only lean.
I think that makes sense for sure. I mean, Indy's just not a great defense. Miles
He
Turner
should be decent too. Like, yeah.
And he gets 10 assists, it seems like, most games. Minutes should be there.
Jokic triple double would be my one lean with Jokic. Points kind of leaning under, rebounds kind of leaning over, but not a lot. I like the triple double. That's about it for me. What about Hallie? You got anything for Hallie? I'll check my model real quick.
Yeah, Hallie, I'm just not a fan of. I think Jokic is fluctuates from playing drop coverage and playing at the level. If it's like an elite guy, it's like no doubt about it. He's going to be. Sorry if you could hear that. Jokic, no doubt about it. If it's an elite guy, he's going to be at the level blitzing, and if it's a poor pull-up shooting team, he's going to be in drop. Hallie's a guy. I think he's very iffy. I don't know whether he's going to get the drop or at the level treatment because he's a fine scorer, but he's a good passer, and I don't know.
I actually lean under Hallie's points and assists, but that line burnt me the last just 2 or 3 days ago. Really slow first half. He was really slow up until about 2 to 3 minutes left in the first half, and then hit 3 threes. Ended up demising my under, but I digress. I lean under PAs. Nothing official from me there. That price looks right to me. Pardon me. What about Jamal Murray? I just cashed his under last game. I'm not interested in his under today, though. I'll say that. Do you have any leans?
Yeah. I don't have much lean, to be honest. It's another one where I'm struggling from a scheme perspective. What coverage he's going to get, and like I said, I do think the game's going to be close. I do appreciate that Jamal Murray has played himself into shape, and he's definitely hidden stride. So he's definitely capable of, the 20.5 line that's out there, going over that. But just don't have much lean on it, to be honest.
So I'm looking through my model here. I'm not seeing really any other edges. Was there anyone else in this game you wanted to go over?
No, I think we hit the nail. It was mostly the Nemhard stuff and the Turner stuff where I really felt strongly about.
I will, tell the chat, PA under for Halliburton is a pretty decent lean for me. Miles Turner's points over and Jokic triple-double. Any of those could end up on my card. We're trying to get this done in an hour today, so we're going to keep those as leans. I'll obviously double back, but leave those as leans for now and move on to the next game. Chicago, Philly, let's look at the injury news first. I do have some leans in this one. Kobe White, RAs over. I'd like to talk about Josh Giddey's RA over too. So I want to kind of pick your brain, see, if you're leaning one way or the other there. I think I'm going to be on one of them. That's all I'm seeing. Patrick Williams out still. Kobe White is a game time decision. So is Maxey. So is Embiid. Did you have any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I have an official play on the Philly side of things. I'm running Yabusele over 1.5 threes, and I got this at a great price. I think it's kind of came down a little bit. But I got this at, yep. Oh, wow. It came. Oh, no, that's Giddy. I'm looking at the wrong person. Oh, wow. It came down a ton. So I actually got this at plus 148. It's now, oh my gosh. I don't know how to mute this stuff. I'm sorry about this, Prophet.
You're all good, man.
Yeah, so I got it at plus 148. It's plus 100 now, best price in market. But Yabusele against Vucevic in his drop. If you're a pick and pop guy against Vucevic, you're going to get threes up at will. So 1.5, I can't believe it opened up at that ridiculous price. Obviously, guys, I guess Embiid's not technically ruled out yet. But at the same time, man, it's not sounding good. If I had gun to my head, I'm thinking he doesn't play another game this entire year. So yes, I guess I'm taking on a little bit risk that Embiid could play, but it really seems like he's not. Even Maxey popping up with the injury report. Like, I think Philly's ready to tank the season away.
I agree with you. I'm going to go check. MGM might be at plus 130. My model projections are 1.67, giving me an edge of it's 7.5%. See, I normally look for 10%. Some people say that sounds crazy. I'm probably leaving money on the table, but the ROI is better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just easier. The risk of ruin is lower, in my opinion. But if that's real, I might have to tell you. I really like that.
Yeah, I think it's a terrible line. Like when I saw that plus 148, like we played plus 460, laddered up to 3. Like it was just, I think that was like one of the worst lines I've seen in a while. Assuming that Yabusele, Embiid of course does sit, but yeah, just I have some numbers in front of me. I can quick bring up. I thought it was pretty interesting. So I went back and looked at it, like just like the last 2 weeks. They played like 4 legit like pick and pop centers. Cat got up 10 threes. Quentin Post of the Warriors got up 7 threes in only 20 minutes. Bam got up 4 threes. And then Kristaps Porzingis got up 14 threes in 33 minutes. Like ridiculous stuff.
Every person you just named, I bet on. Like,
yeah,
I've been fading the fuck out of Chicago's. MGM is not there for anyone that wanted to look. They're at minus 110, so my odd screen is just behind. Ty, I think I'm just gonna sit here and sulk in jealousy at how good of a number you got, man. That's you did your job on that one.
Yeah. Like I said,
go ahead. I was just gonna say that's a strong lean for me. I can't play something when it moved 42 cents.
Oh, 100%. No, yeah. The value's pretty much gone on it, but yeah, like I said, I was like, I thought it would be like a minus 135 or something. I'm probably like overstating it just because, I like it and stuff. But yeah, plus 148 was ridiculous, and then I just thought it was way off.
No, I 1,000,000,000% agree with you. Giddy RAs, I already lean over, and then for any reason, if Kobe White didn't go, I think that would be absolutely through the roof. Let me see this. Actually, 15.5. There were definitely 14.5s in the market. Let me go see where I am. Giddy RAs 9 and 6. I'm definitely over. Is it enough? That's very close, Storch. I think Storch is the one that requested. That's very the edge is like exactly 10%. So, without Kobe, I probably love it, but I'm going to leave it as a lean. Do you have any opinions on that?
Yeah, to be honest with you, the Bulls are a team that like I have not followed at all. Like I kind of have my teams that I like to bet against because I'm comfortable with their rotations and their like the team's defensive schemes and stuff. And the Bulls are a rotation that I have not kept up with like whatsoever. But I have noticed that a lot of like people who I respect, were really on just because of Io being out, were on his RA last game, and he crushed it. So. And we're talking about Philly here. They're a terrible rebounding team, terrible defense. They give up a ton of rebounds, ton of assists. So, like from a matchup perspective, it's amazing. But yeah, just Bulls are not a team that I'm an expert at all.
There's 14.5 to very juice. He's over that in every single game without AO this season, playing 29 or more minutes. Strong lean over. This is another one. Maybe I come back and play. It's right on the edge of where I'm looking for value. So strong lean over Storage. Didn't get the best of it, so that bothers me, but I do lean over there. Let me see. I think I had other leans in this one. Oh, Kobe White, but he's questionable, so I really don't even want to spend time on that. I will say I lean over RA. If he's cleared to go, what's he like without AO? 410. You know what? Giddy might be the play there.
Yeah. Yeah. Giddy. I'm looking at his graphs right now without IO, and they're pretty crazy because his minutes have been very, very good too.
Yeah.
Recently.
Giddy would definitely be my strongest lean so far in this game. I love what you said. I wish I got Yabu at plus 142. What do you think about PG? I've been fading PG. Chicago is probably not the team to fade, actually. Just like you said, like how you have teams that you fade. Chicago is a defensive team that I usually fade.
Oh yeah, 100% agree with you there. Look, PG. I think that actually, if he's someone who I might actually, bet overs on, just because the market's going to be so down on him if Maxi's out, because he's not going to get any aggressive coverage. They have no good point of attacks. There's, that game without Maxi and Embiid, that 2-point game against Brooklyn.
Yep.
The thing is, Brooklyn blitzes the pick and roll every time. So
every time.
It's not surprising that he had a bad game. I mean, it's surprising that he had 2 points, right? That's fucking terrible. But the market's going to see that and react and judge it off that a little bit, and people are going to be clowning and like, bro, Paul George, like some squares are going to come in and see like an 18.5 line and be like, oh, that's way too high, like under, and cool. I think Paul George overs. There's not a better time. I like to buy low, sell high. It's a market that we're big into, and if we don't get Maxi and his PRA is like 29.5. I don't even mind like alts. Like he's still a good player. He's gonna get easy ass coverages, easy matchups. He could have like a 40 PRA game easily, in my opinion.
I think if I were to attack it, I'd go RAs. That RAs has been something I've cashed without Embiid a few times this year. Just picking my spots. 9.5 was a line, or I'm sorry, 9.5 was a line we got for a while through this stretch. I would say I lean over RAs. Chicago is a defense that I've faded often this season, and it's paid off well. I'm not so thrilled with his points.
I wish the market was more overreaction to his points, because it would be a perfect. The market's kind of holding strong on PG's points, to like who he is as a player.
Yep. You know what though? I kind of don't hate his 3-point attempts versus Chicago. I actually don't hate this at all. Can we see if we're getting any market support here? 3-point. Let's go. FanDuel 130. Opened 140. Not really support. There's a 125 over at DK. I'll be on 123 offshore. I'll be honest. I do kind of, the more we talk about it, lean over Paul George over 2.5 threes.
It's never a better time to buy. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly. What about without Maxi? Because I know that probably hurts his catch and shoot opportunities. Yeah, everything would have to be off the dribble, basically.
Yeah, but I think in this matchup, like the off the dribble stuff will definitely be there.
Agreed. 1 second. Let me dig a little deeper. In my model, I have play type data. I quit posting my projections. I feel bad, but at the end of the day, like, that's really too much to be given away for free. Like, I really don't want books to have that data, if we're being honest.
Yep, 100%. I guess one interesting wrench that I kind of forgot about is Lonnie Walker is on the Sixers now, and he's a guy who, like, he's getting his shots up really quick, like if he's in the game.
Former Laker, man. I wish they kept him. Like, he could fill it up quick.
Yeah. So I guess that's kind of a variable that maybe we might be overlooking with PG stuff. Just like he's like the Phillies usually having like Eric Gordons out there who take like 5 threes a game and that's it, right? And now it's like replaced by like a Lonnie who will take 10 shots in 12 minutes and shit.
So this Oubre line tells me no Embiid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, the Paul George line. I mean, Paul George is not having an 18.5 line.
Right. Yep. Agreed. 100% agreed. I don't. Who requested Storch? Storch. I don't hate the points. Actually, rebounds versus Chicago. Storch. I don't hate that either. You might be onto something, buddy. Let's go see what the market's done. I don't hate this read at all.
Yeah.
I got 17.5 coming up on the points. Market support for sure. Rebounds for sure. Look at Storch getting sharp. He stole that off somebody. If you don't know, Storch is one of my best friends, business partner. He's my betting partner. I couldn't do what I do without him. His accounts will never die. Shout outs Storch for being a little bit of a degen.
Shout out Storch, man.
Storch, I like this. Let me go see market 24.5, 122. So how do you feel when FanDuel has the best number? Does that scare you, especially later in the day?
I personally, this might sound cocky, I trust myself against FanDuel. So I for sure. Logically thinking, like, if you're betting the best FanDuel number, you're probably on the wrong side. But I trust myself to beat FanDuel.
No, I agree. I trust especially in the prop market. When it comes to main lines, I really don't bet without market support. Yeah. But I will bet my props against the market. I don't like to, but if my feeling is good enough, especially early in the day, because there's been multiple times where I'll bet something that's got the opposite of support at noon, and then come tip off, it's gone my way. So
yep. Yeah, it's props, right? Like props at the end of the day are never going to be priced correctly. Maybe they are in a couple of years, but
right. Knock on wood. Let's hope. The going's good. The going's good right now in the prop market. That's for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
I think I'm actually gonna maybe run this. What's the spread in this game? 4.5.
Philly. This should be a close one.
Even without Kobe White, you think Chicago keeps it close?
Philly sucks, dude. I think that Philly's gonna keep it close against the Wizards if they played in Wells Fargo Center.
You're right.
The only concern I have is Philly, getting blown out by teams, but Chicago's not blowing out Philly, in my opinion. At least I don't think so.
They're number 27 versus pick and roll man and 28 in the restricted. Do you have anything on Vu?
On Vooch? Yeah. I think that if it was Embiid, I'd actually like him more, just because Embiid can't move much at all. Vooch, well, Yabusele's not. Yabusele will blitz the pick and roll every time. Assuming it's like a competent guard. Like if it's Giddey, he's not blitzing that. But so Kobe or your Vooch. I think it's a good matchup for Vooch. I do.
I do too. There's only been a few games without Kobe. Pardon me, minutes were all up. In my head, I'm thinking okay, if this is going to stay competitive, who's keeping it competitive on the Chicago side? It's got to be Vooch, right?
Vooch, yep. Giddey racking up assists and stuff. I know Philly's a terrible catch and shoot defense. I don't know if Chicago has the scoring threats to force the defense into a ton of rotation with, that's how catch and shoot stuff kind of comes into fruition. But I mean, Philly's up there with the Jazz with worst catch and shoot defense in the league. So, I mean, if you want to look at Herder's stuff, I guess he's coming off the bench. I have no clue what Herder's role is at all. So, I mean, I just said the first catch and shoot guy. Lonzo, right? He's basically.
I talked about that last stream. I think he had 7 attempts, 3-point attempts last game. And someone did talk about Hoyer, so we'll transition to there. I leaned over his threes, but the price is nasty. I think he had 7. Yeah, he had 7 3-point attempts. He also went under. I didn't play it, but I really considered it. I think Joel was on stream this day. So yeah, I lean over here. I think the attempts could be there. I think the attempts could 100% be there for Lonzo. Do you have? I know you got a hard out in about 5 minutes. Do you have anything on Hoyer?
I'm good for 10 more minutes. For who? Or Herder? No, yeah. Like I said, these Bulls guys, I have no clue what's going on with the rotations in Chicago and stuff, and it just I don't know. I feel I don't trust myself to have an edge on Bulls guys without just off the top of my head, especially. I feel like if I put 30 minutes into seeing what they've been doing recently, I could find something. But yeah, at the top of my head, I don't really have much for Bulls guys.
How do you feel about a Yabu PR over 14.5? Someone's, they missed the threes. What was that? PAs?
Yeah. So PR
is not 14.5, buddy.
Yeah.
PAs is.
Yep. I honestly, I think it's more so Vooch stinks at all defense related things. So yeah,
not a bad spot.
Yeah. I mean, we could go, with I think his minute range should be like 28 to 30, 36. Let's be a little more 27 to 35 or something.
Yep.
Without Joel, I mean, if Maxey misses, that's he's just gonna have more of a green light. Yeah, hit rates are fine, but like the matchup is really good. He had 10 against the Bulls. He shot over 5 for 3 recently. So he did have 7 potential assists against them. Like if he shoots, 1 for 5, then he's a little bit closer. 2 for 5, then he's covering. But so yeah, poor variance on that one for sure.
Storch has a really good. I'm actually going to sprinkle this in a lotto today. Kelly Oubre double plus 400. Yeah, I'm definitely going to sprinkle that at some point. I love him getting the potential to rack up rebounds versus Chicago.
Yeah, I do too. Chicago, easy rebound matchup. And no Embiid. Yabu kind of just boxes out.
Yep.
So like lets the wings get the rebounds and stuff.
Storch, that's actually sharp as shit. I love that read. I'll probably be on that. You're in the court. Storch will call me after the show probably. All right. Anything else in this game? I want to leave it with just a most likely a play for me on the Kelly PRs over. I'm probably going to circle back after stream, make sure I really like it. But my initial read is yes, I'm leaning over. All right, let's move on. Brooklyn, Washington. Any official plays? Also, actually, let's just take a break because I know you're out in 10. Do we have all of your official plays yet?
Brooklyn and Washington will be the last one. So
Perfect.
Yep. Unfortunately, this one also did move. This one, like I think I bet at like literally on like the first stream of the day. So maybe like close to 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago. There is, best price in market is at Prop Builder, which is nice. Maybe a little bit concerning from my end, but Bovada Pinnacle has, fine prices. I played pool under 21.5 points. Like I said, it's dicey playing unders this early and stuff, but I mean, just don't even like use a hit rate on the year. Or don't even use any filters. He's under in 27 out of 49. We know how Brooklyn defends. They blitz every pick and roll, so it's clearly not a good matchup. Another thing is Brooklyn's defense the last 10 games is allowing 99.1 points per game. That's the fewest in the NBA by 5 points. Their pace is insanely slow. So they've really just been playing really good defense. And also, if we look at Chris Middleton and Smart should play here. There's been one game where they've played. Poole against the Bucks, a matchup he should absolutely cook in. He only got up 11 shots, which is strange. He only played 31 minutes in the game. They lost by 3, so the game was hyper competitive. Should be like a ceiling minute spot. So I wonder if obviously Washington's going to want to get all their young guys. They don't want to take away their minutes, but with the acquisitions of Middleton and Smart, but they also are going to play Middleton and Smart. They're respectable minutes. So I wonder if 31's close to like a ceiling for Poole. And if that's the case, he has a ceiling of 32 or 33 minutes in a hyper competitive game. He's going to get blitzed every pick and roll. He's under in like way more than, or under in 27 out of 49. I just think the line should be like 19.5 or so.
I 100% agree. My model is right around 20. So I also agree that the value's probably gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like the under 21.5. Let me see.
It's on Prop Builder, which you can 100%, and Bet Rivers has minus 109, which is actually like the best price in market by far. But even the minus 120 at Builder, I think, should be no liquidity issues for anyone.
I might actually tell you on this one right now too. It's an awful matchup versus Brooklyn. Are they number one top something versus pick and roll ball handlers?
Yeah, they're number one. I mean, it's literally every rep, dude. It's like every rep in the pick and roll is a blitz. It's kind of crazy. That's just what they're doing is.
He had 19 in that last one in 29 minutes.
Yeah. That was without Middleton and Smart. I will say he definitely had good volume and stuff. But I'm just gonna like I know he's gonna get blitzed every rep, and I know that Poole, we know how he plays, right?
Yep. And Brogdon, I mean, if all three of those go, I really could see the under here hitting.
Oh, I didn't even realize that Brogdon could play here. But
I really don't think we see this. This would be my only worry if it stays competitive and they run them, but I agree. There's no reason to. I'm going to leave that as a very strong lean for now, but again, that's something I might play before the end of the day, especially that Rivers price. You just know that's wrong, right?
Yeah. It's 100% plus EV at that minus 109.
It's
got
100%
FanDuel.
plus EV.
Yeah.
He took under 21.5 Storch, and I'm really close to running that myself.
Thing with Poole is like sometimes he just gets hot and like isolation step back threes and you're kind of cooked.
Exactly.
But, yeah. But you just like, just thinking about how Poole's going to get defended and like what the number is in the price, it's like, okay, this line is too high in my opinion. So,
and if you watch him, like if he doesn't start off hot, he'll kind of recluse into the offense.
mm-hmm.
If he hits those first couple, he's going to chuck the whole game. But
yeah, you're cooked. He's going for 30.
Right. I really like this. Look at his chart, his last 10, 2 40-point games and a bunch of 20s. Like this is probably happening, but if it doesn't, he's going for 30 plus, like you just said.
Yeah. I do want to quick shout out something. If anyone's willing, so this is really risky. It's going to be a free money situation with a glitch. But it's really risky. And there's a dude named AJ Johnson on the Wizards. He hasn't been playing. He hasn't been getting any minutes. So obviously this would be a void if he doesn't play. And I'm not even sure if he might be in the G League. And if you should definitely do your research before that and see if he's in the G League or not. But ESPN Bet has a glitch lineup on everything AJ Johnson related, like 20.5 points, 3.5 assists, 4.5, rebounds, under 2.5 threes. It's like every combo is available for him, and they're all like going to win if he'd get in and get his like 5 garbage time minutes. If you're willing to like sacrifice an ESPN Bet account,
how confident are you in this?
Oh well, it's AJ Johnson. Like look up AJ Johnson stats. He you can look him up on Twitter if you want to do your research too. It's 100% a glitch line. I think it's mirrored as Cam Johnson's lines. Yeah, it's literally Cam Johnson's lines mirrored, I believe.
Someone wants to know if you're single. I don't know if this is a man or a woman.
Oh yeah, I'm single.
Hold on, no. This glitch line, Wizards. I'll put 250 on this, and if I lose my account, like if I make 25 bands, I'm chilling.
Well, the thing is, you won't even make the money. You need them to check in for garbage time, and that's not a guarantee whatsoever. So you might just like lose your account for nothing, and you probably do lose your account for nothing, right? Because he hasn't seen the floor in a while. I don't know if he might be in the G League, and you might just like literally sacrifice your account. So you should be doing your research. I don't know if he's in the G League or not right now.
What's his name? AJ Johnson?
Yeah, AJ Johnson.
I think they already removed it.
Oh, okay. ESPN Bet's tuning in, huh?
Yeah. All right. I would have melted an account over it. I would have just tried it.
Yeah, it said inactive, so he wasn't even on the bench last game. So yeah, probably like not smart to lose an account for if. But then it said DNP the game before, so he was on the bench for that, and I don't know.
Man, checked in for 1 minute. You hit a plus 20,000 lay for 100 to win 20 bands, and then just chill.
Yeah.
I have to say, this is the first time someone's been hit on stream. So you got a fan in here.
Bro, Valid Jr.
Oh, yeah, Junior. That's definitely a dude.
I don't even.
Hey, no disrespect, but I don't think Ty's looking for a dude right now. So no disrespect, brother.
Yeah, no disrespect. I am not looking for a dude right now.
Oh shit!
What is going on, man?
I know you got to roll soon. Is there anything? Yeah. Oh, it is a woman. It is a woman. Can confirm it is a woman. So
okay, cool, yeah.
What was I going to say? Anything else before you go? I know you need to get out of here soon. I want to make sure you get everything off. So
yeah, to be honest, that was all my stuff. There's going to be a lot of opportunities to bet. In the Portland game and the Wolves OKC game. I think that, you should be by your computer for that. There's going to be a lot of opportunities that open up with like the back-to-back injury news. Portland, Utah is going to have a ton of betting opportunities.
Yep.
But yeah, outside of that, nothing official. And I'll probably just be sitting by my computer waiting for some injury news. But the Jalen Duren stuff that we strongly lean on that. That's the only official that I didn't get off.
Yeah, Jalen Duren's assist too. I'm definitely going to be on that as well. Whether it's a 3+ in some kind of ESPN bet lay or something of that nature.
Yep. All right, Prophet. Well, appreciate you having me on. Anytime you need someone on, DMs are always open, always more than willing to do this stuff. Have a lot of fun doing it. So
I appreciate that, man. Shit, I'll probably be in touch with you sometime this week. We'll have to run this back. And then same goes for you. Let me know next time you want me on straight betting. Happy to come back on. I think we see the board very similarly.
Yes, sir. Perfect. Yeah, make sure to do that too. All right,
All right,
thanks
man.
everyone for watching. Hey, everyone, make sure to drop likes on this content. Follow Prophet and stuff. He's working his ass off and bringing y'all a ton of valuable content. So yeah, make sure to do everything you can for you to support him. Goes
Very
a long
much
way.
appreciate that, fella.
All right, I'll see you later.
Later, man. All right, boys, we're gonna keep it moving. Will I have a lotto? Yes. Will it come out on stream? Maybe. If I find it, I will. If not, check back on the timeline. I have it posted no later than 6 o'clock. Hopefully sooner. All right, moving on. I do actually really lean under on this pool under 21.5. Really lean under here. There's a Rivers 09. I'm on the fence about it right now. Good chance that I actually run it. Someone asked about Kelly's rebounds. I do like Kelly's rebounds over Kelly Oubre. I actually really like his PRs. And I'm not going to lie. I think Storch was right. I think his double-double could be sneaky. I need to get the Discord back up and running so I can just plug this and y'all can get it as soon as it's posted. For the time though, it's private. We don't really need more people in there at the moment. So hold on, we got a bunch of injury news coming out. Walker Kessler is ruled out. Lauri Markkanen ruled out. Norman Powell ruled out. Kawhi Leonard ruled out. Trae Young probable. Vucevic probable. McConnell questionable. Okay. We're caught up. Oh, Mark Williams, that was last night. Okay, hold on. A lot just happened. Yabu, okay, good looks. Hey, and I got to give my people some shout-outs, man. I haven't even really plugged this today, and y'all been showing love. So shout-outs to everybody showing love on this. Shout-outs to my guy Chris. I see you tapped in daily. Shout-out Wingman. Turk, I know you're always tapped in. I appreciate it, bro. John, good to see you back in here, bro. I appreciate all the engagement. Shout-outs to my shorty. Shout out to Jeff Reed, man. I appreciate it. I see you tapping in. Nick, hopefully I went over your play. I know you reached out to me. Actually, I don't think we got to Miami. We're on it right now. So we'll go over your play. Prince of Parlay's been tapped in. So I appreciate all the engagement, man. I really do appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, man, drop a like, drop a retweet. It really helps me grow this page. But yeah, let's get right back into it. What happened to Yabu? I was leaning over threes. Ty actually played it this morning on his stream. It was plus 140. So if you've been tapped in with me, or if you haven't been, I really like to try to get the best of the market, or at least somewhere around the best, right? So let's say it opens at plus 140. I generally don't want to play better than like a plus 130, plus 125. The reason for that being is these books at the end of the day are sharp. So I don't think they're opening 40 cents off market. Now, there are exceptions. Like, I think MGM's stupid. I think Rivers is dumb. Fanatics couldn't hold my nuts, right? So if they open 140 and then FanDuel opens plus 100, well, that's probably where it should have opened, right? But in this case, and let me actually preface this. This is like PhD level stuff, but FanDuel actually isn't open, or actually isn't sharp at open. They're very sharp at close, but they're actually kind of stupid at open. And when I say open, I mean as soon as the market's open, as soon as the first line is hung. They're soft as shit. Soft means no good. But by the end of the day, I do think FanDuel's the sharpest prop book in the whole world. So with that being their price now, I just don't feel like the edge is there any longer. All right, getting on to this Miami game, someone asked me about Duncan Robinson, and this is my fear, right? The minutes are down. I really think we could see a ceiling of 25 in this game. I know he's cashed in 3 of the last 4 of the last 5 with those minutes, but then season long, it just looks bad. Atlanta's not a bad matchup. It's really not. The 2.5 threes, though, is crazy to me as well. If we could lay a 1.5 minus 135, this is a no-brainer. But minus 222 with the minutes, I don't think there's value. I really don't. I'd lean over his threes before his points. I think he could easily get 3 catch and shoot 3 opportunities, and that'd be all he scores. So the line being at 9+, I'd rather lay the 3 threes at plus money. How much is one unit for me? It depends. $1,000 on sides and totals, on props, what I can get down. I'm limited everywhere, though, so that's a whole long story. Shout out to my guy Storch. Storch helps me. I've got betting partners and all kinds of shit. So you're not being annoying, man. Actually, or lady, a big part of what I do, I like to educate people. So I like, ask your questions. A big part of the show is educational. I'm not just dropping picks. I'm trying to teach y'all how to be better bettors. And I truly believe this. I think anyone in my Discord would confirm. Being on this show, being in my Discord is going to make you a better. You're going to make money tailing me, but I give out a lot of free game as well. And I pride myself on that at the end of the day. I do lean over here. Bam, over 19.5 points. Looks like we're getting market support. Okay, so this actually climbed to 20.5 and now is getting buyback to the under. Interesting. Definitely lean over here. What about rebounds? Can we get a decent double price? That price is outrageous. Head-to-head this season? Under in each. Different role than he's playing right now. I definitely lean over for Bam's points. You def drop a lot of knowledge. I love catching the stream. I legit have an alert on my phone for it every day. Hey, man, that's love. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate hearing that, man. That's really why I'm doing this. Come up here, do this for free every single day. I could put a paywall behind it if I wanted, but it's not what I want to do. I saw Trey's probable. I actually did lean over his points and assists. So Miami's going to – not versus Miami. They're going to focus in on him. I'm actually – the model leans over, but just sitting here thinking about it, I'm chilling. Oh, let's just do this so y'all can see better. Model leans over Trey. You know what? Honestly, if I were to play Trey, I think I'd go assists over points, really. Yeah, if you're looking – my original thought was actually double, and then assists. Double is crazy price. I lean over Trey's assists. I think that's a good play. Exactly. I agree with you 100%, John. I do lean over Trey's assists for that exact reason. Problem is do you trust the guys on his team to get buckets? DeAndre Hunter's not there anymore. Jalen Johnson's out for the season. Is Boggy playing? Vit's out, but Boggs playing, man. Usage is going to be crazy. I think potentials are going to be there. I don't know if I trust the team around him. Hey, appreciate that, AB. Appreciate that, AB. Morkinen is out. I saw Walker Kessler is out as well. So I lean over for Trey's assists and double. I'm going to stay away from his points. Lean over Bam's points. Actually, I lean over Bam's PRs if we're being just honest. Again, different role than now. Yeah, I really like Bam's PRs. Points and rebounds, Bam, 29.5. Wow, this is moving far against me, and I don't know that we found the bottom. So I'm going to leave this as a lean, but the prices went from 31 to 29, and it looks like it's continuing to fall. All right, let me go over to my model. We can just kind of scroll through it, see if there's anything in particular in this game to go over. Daniels, I'm at 14.34, nothing. Trey, I do lean under his assist, diving into it deeper. Hero, 25.99, nothing there. Okongwu, I lean over, but Clint's back. Wiggins, I lean over. It's not enough. Who asked me about Duncan? It was Nick. So I'm actually at 12 points for Duncan, but the minutes worry me. That's why I'm off of it. The model is definitely there, though. Khalil Ware, I'm right at market. Zachariah Richey, I lean under, but I don't really love my reads on that Atlanta team right now. Dyson Daniels, nothing. I like Heroes assists under, but it's juicy as hell. And the under I like is the 7.5, not 6.5. I don't want to lay a 150. I do lean under here for Hero, but I don't want to lay a 150. Do lean under Hero's assists. I'm gonna open up the floor. Is there anyone in this game that y'all wanted? I think, yeah, comments are working. Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, all of it. Go ahead and drop anything in this game you want me to go over. Model doesn't have anything. Let me go through Trey's assist / double. We talked about it. I still lean over. That might be played before the end of the day. Assist is really where I'm leaning because of the price. Mikal Bridges rebounds, not in this game. Hoyter's threes, we went over. I'm not playing that. Kobe's assists, we went over. I'm not playing that. Duncan points and threes. We just talked about it. Heroes rebounds, we will. Duncan's points and threes. I'm staying off because of the minutes. Dyson Daniels RA. I wanted to go over Dyson Daniels RA. I wish I'd have wrote over or under. It looks like over. I don't know if I like this because how much Trey's going to be blitzed. Although if he does take one dribble, tries to create, what's his? I'm not totally against a Dyson Daniels RA over here. What's the market done? Rebounds and assists. Open 9.5. Came up. I wish I could have had that 9.5. I'm going to leave this as a lean because I didn't get the best of it, but it's close. So I'm also not sure 9.5 doesn't come back. Keep an eye out for a Dyson Daniels RA's over. That's a strong lean for me, for sure. Going back through everything, let me see if there's anything else in this game. Denny is in Portland. Giddy, we already went over. That one's still pretty strong lean, if we're being honest. Do I have that over there? Yeah. Wiggins under 20.5 points in this game is going to be the last one that I wanted to go over. Looks like this one may have already moved, actually. $130, $125 at Rivers. I'm probably going to run this. Wiggins under 20.5 minus 125 at Rivers. Projections are 1 second. Damn, the projections aren't good enough. Definitely market support, though. How does Atlanta guard spot up shooters? I think they're pretty low on the list here. Wiggins. They're 24th in transition. 28th from above the break. Oh, they have not guarded his play type well. I'm gonna stay completely off of Wiggins. I do lean under, but let's stay off. Wiggins over plus 02. Scoring profile looks good. I actually agree. I just looked at it. My model is actually right there, too. If I can just pull this up real quick. I thought this morning when I looked through it, I was going to like this, but you see me here. I'm right at 20.5. So no play for me there. No play for me there. Not over or under. Although the 19.5 at plus money, low-key kind of crazy. All right. Wait. Heroes rebounds. My fault, Chris. I saw you requested Heroes rebounds over 5.5. Let me go to the market model. 5.31. Man, you could say I lean under, but I don't love it. Would I take Zubox at 15.5? What book are you on? Do they have a 15 plus? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. I'm at 17.5, so the edge is there. I would take Zubox. Can't believe there's only 2 plays out with all these leans. Thought I at least released one more. No. I am waiting on a Malik Beasley line, though. When y'all see that Malik Beasley threes, please at me. All right, we're moving. I do lean over Heroes rebounds, but it's not enough. Minnesota OKC, 10-point spread. Injury news is crazy. We've got Gobert as a game-time decision. Randall could play, would be his first game back, also a game-time decision. I kind of don't think either of them are playing with where the market's at right now. Kind of hard to play any of these guys until we've got a better idea. I could get down with a Shea's points over. Let me go check my model. 32.81. Yeah, I lean over Shea. It's not quite enough. If it were 30 and a half, I'd nuke it. Do lean over for Shea. Oh, man. I would have smacked the shit out of a 30 and a half for a decent price on this. $29.5 isn't good enough, though. Not based on the model. I do lean under Jalen Williams PRAs. 1,000,000,000% I do, man. If I'd have got that at 30, I'd have nuked. I think we might take an Edwards threes. We're going to do some shopping. Wiggins under 2.5 threes. I would absolutely like Wiggins under 2.5 threes. I don't even got to go back. I know I like that. 4+ is 135 at both MGM and Fanatics for Anthony Edwards here. And that, I think, is going to do it for me. 4+, 135. This season, 7, 12, and 13 attempts from three versus them. And I mean, last 10, averaging 12.4 3-point attempts. Yep, that 135 is very real. I like his points as well, but I like his threes better. 1 second here. I'm checking one other book just to make sure there's not like a 125 just chilling. No, it's 148. Not a ladder spot for me either. I think I just like him over 3.5 with the potentials. No fewer than 7 this season versus this team, averaging 4.3, averaging 12 per game. So over the last 10, let's call it 10. He's averaging 5.3. I do not think it's outside of the realm of probabilities at all. Edwards tweaked ankle last night. You know what that tells me? More jumpers, less driving. More jumpers, less driving. Hartenstein under 3.5 since his return. He's at only 2.8. The game has blowout potential. Has blowout potential wrote all over it. I'm leaving Ant as a lean. Go threes instead of points, but I lean his threes. Hartenstein assists with Chet. Potentials are pretty low too. I don't know what happened in these two games. I don't hate it. They've played twice in the last 11 days. That's crazy. Bunch of people coming back today. This is a game I think you got to wait closer to tip-off, see who's actually playing. Like, exactly, McDaniel's PR. Let's wait and see who's playing first. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Portland and Utah. Is this the last game? No, we've got 2 more games. Before I move on, is there anything? Do I like? No, Tobias sold me yesterday. I'm pissed at Tobias. Tobias can no. Tobias pissed me off yesterday. That's not a good answer though. Let me see. I don't think the model likes it, or else I'd have spoke on it when we were there. And it's the Clippers. And I don't know who's playing for the Clippers. No, I don't have any opinion on Tobias Harris PRs, actually. Portland, Utah. This is actually, yeah, there's barely any lines up. I've got no opinions on this because look at the injury news. I guess Kessler and someone updated me about Laurie. What was the Laurie news? Marketing is out. Okay. I don't have an opinion on this game. Like straight up nothing. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not losing money on that one. All right, on to the last game of the slate. 11-point game. I've got some leans. I don't know that I'm going to play anything in this one. I just hate the blowout potential. Mark Williams is out in this game. I like LaMelo over his threes versus Sacramento, as you can see here. I don't think they've played this season. No. They're allowing the second most threes per game. Actually, that juice has moved since I last looked, too. I'm not paying that price. There's a 130, 135. Those are both close. Lean over LaMelo's threes. Not his points, though. DeMar, 21.5. Oh, actually, Miles Bridges rebounds is something I wanted to go over personally. Bridges, rebounds. That's 6.5, 140 is just lame. Early look at Dallas and the Lakers. Luka triple-double. Lock it in today. Lock it in today. Luka triple-double. Rui's threes. Take Rui's threes over in that matchup. Luka triple-double. Rui threes. It should be a good game. Clay should get a lot of three-point attempts up. I don't know if he'll make them. Those would be my 3 looks. Kyrie always brings the juice when he plays LeBron, so anything Kyrie's probably good too. Those are kind of my early thoughts in that game. That'll be a good one. That's tomorrow, right? Yeah. How many games we got tomorrow? 1, 2. Tomorrow's like perfect. Although I really like 8-game slates like today too. I don't get burnout before the end. Hour and a half's like the perfect show. Wow, only 2 plays. Listen, I know there's going to be a lot more. Make sure y'all have notifications on, and I'm gonna get the Discord back open to the public. It'll be super affordable, like $100 a year, like $8 a month or something. The biggest reason is I don't want spam bots in there 24/7, which always happens. But those of you that are on here regularly, I would like to get y'all into the cord. So I'll post a link in here soon, like a free trial for a little bit. And then outside of that, we'll get a couple of y'all in. I'm trying to keep it pretty private for now. I don't want lines to move super drastically. So if I put something in the cord and 2,000 people bet it, the shit's gone in an instant, you know? Right now we've got like 250, so it's not really moving much. Anyways, that's all bullshit. We can bullshit about later. This is all of the leans from today, and a couple of these are going to end up on the stream. I really like Kelly Oubre PRs over, and I do like the double-double as a sprinkle. I was seeing around plus 400 for that line. So I really, really do like that line. Halliburton PA's under. That one's, I like it. I like the matchup. Pace could be high. I'm a little more indifferent about that one. Like Kelly, probably a play. Hallie, probably not a play. We're being honest. Miles Turner over 14.5 points. Probably a play. That's more on the side of a yes. I liked his threes. The threes got away from us, and I don't like laddering it, so I'm not going to play. Now, we may see over 1.5 in a parlay. That is something you could see. But I don't think we see 3+ out of me today. Jokic triple-double, let's be honest. That probably gets played, if not as a straight, maybe as a two-leg lay with Kelly Oubre double-double or something. So Jokic triple-double, very strong. Giddey RA's also really strong. I think I'm going to kind of see who's playing and who's not playing in that game. But Giddey's RA, very strong. Actually, while I have you all here, one that I want to just go back to right now is Christian Braun's PAs under, because I might just run it. Oh, wait. Now, is Jamal Murray questionable? I think we saw he's probable, but let's just wait before I go do that. Yeah, because if Jamal Murray doesn't go, then that completely takes me off of that. So that's a strong lean. We're waiting on injury news there. Actually, one moment. We've got a lot of injury news coming right now. Fontieco is out tonight, or I'm sorry, questionable. Brogdon officially out. Khalil Ware officially probable. Hero probable. Sarr now questionable. And we're caught up. Shout-outs Ty, and shout-outs Jaybird, and shout-outs Night Fox. Y'all been tapped in. Jaybird an OG follower. I mean, we've probably been locked in over a year now. I don't even know. He was there for the crazy baseball run last year. Hey, I'm going to just plug this. Actually, I do think I'm best at the NBA. I hope this season has kind of helped prove that. 64 last season. We were over 60 until yesterday this season. Still over 50. Hope to finish around 100. I'm baller as fuck at Nerfy and pitcher props too. Like, I normally don't toot my own horn like that, but I'm like that with Nerfy. So I cannot wait to have the baseball stream up and running. A couple more leans. Jordan Poole under 21.5. Actually, I might actually just run that. You know, FanDuel's actually came back up a bit. So I'm gonna leave it because that's Giannis. Giannis is probable for tomorrow. That's the only news. Okay. I'm a lead Braun PA under 17.5 as a lean, but I do lean that way. Same goes for Poole. Could see either of those before the day's over as points under. Sorry. Anything else? Jalen Duran 3+ assists. Can we actually go see if that's open now too? It's not universally available, but it is popping up. And then Dyson Daniels RA. That one's actually pretty far. I'm probably going to leave that alone. So let me give you kind of a condensed list here. These are all probable plays for me. Not official yet, but probable plays for me. I agree. Is it still that number? If it's that number, I don't think Powell or Kawhi are playing. I would lean under that number for sure. Here's the better list. Here's what I think I'm going to play. We're now at an hour and a half, so I'm going to jump off here, grab some lunch. I'll be back in the lab by 3 o'clock in an hour and a half, dropping plays. Kelly Oubre PRs. You can almost book that. You really can. Jokic triple-double, that's getting bet in some way, shape, or form. Kawhi is out. That's why Harden bumped. Do we have a Norman Powell number? Any 22.5 or better? Powell out as well. Fuck. Our Zubox play just got way better then. Zubox is going to 17.5. So shout out to anybody that tailed. All right, I'm going to jump off here. I got to get my dogs out. I got to eat lunch. Here's the probable plays. Kelly Oubre PRs over and double-double. Jokic triple-double. Giddey RAs. Braun PA under. And Poole under. That's what I got for you. Best of luck today. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Hey, man, let's get some of them units back from yesterday, huh? Come on. Best of luck today.